Okay, so today we're actually going to be talking about how you have these inappropriate relations that are going on with obviously an older person and someone who is underage. And this time it happened to be a daycare. It was a lady, and that is very important with the genders. It was a lady who was actually preying on a 10-year-old boy. I have an article. Well, I actually have a video that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to be stopping it to get my commentary here and there. But let's just get into the video.
Yeah, Wendy, she's had some concerns for after a couple of instances at the place where her son attends this after school program. But she went to plug in his phone to charge it. And that's when she discovered what was going on between her 10-year-old and a worker here at this daycare, the Youth Life Center, that had more than crossed the line. And she's uncovered that relationship that had been brewing for likely weeks.
They hugged for a lengthy period of time.
Grace Shawelu thought something was off with a newer worker here at Youth Life Center on Valley Hill Road. But when she plugged in her son's phone,
Her face was his screensaver.
Okay, real quick. She said her 10-year-old boy goes here, whatnot. The mother's doing what she's supposed to do. Hey, I'm going to go and take my kid over to the daycare. This is the lady right here. They're not showing, they're going to say later why they're not showing her, but they're not doing it because she hasn't technically been convicted yet. But her face is his screensaver, and she just said that they were hugging a little too long. There's always some signs here and there where it's like, maybe you are a little too friendly.
On the phone, and it was a picture that she had taken of herself.
and she started digging.
I went through his text messages because that was a
All right, I'm gonna actually read these text messages. So this is obviously him in the blue, and then this is her. He says, "Mommy, yes, Bubby, are you picking me up today? Yes, I'm coming now. Okay, Kingy, Mommy, charge your phone. Why are you with me, Miss A? Because I told you we was going to the mall. Oh, okay. Can you come to my house? How?"
the first thing that I thought. And her name was saved in his phone as Mommy. And it's a bunch of I love yous and what are you wearing?
She shared pictures of much of the concern.
Ma, yeah. Do you want me to bring my medicine? Yes, you got to. Okay. And a sweater? Okay. Love you.
Concerning conversation between
Love
her
you
son
too, my
and the
son.
24-year-old worker,
See you
and
tomorrow.
pictures like this one.
That's not a picture that you send to a 10-year-old. That's a picture that you send to your man.
She said the worker bought her
All right, we're going to go back to that picture real quick.
Your man.
She said the
So looking at this picture, this is what she is sending, this new daycare worker. This is what she is sending to a 10-year-old boy. Okay. I mean, you got the heels, you can see them. You got this short skirt where your pone is about. I mean, I could see her pone right now, y'all. What is all of this? You're trying to show your figure to this little boy.
Into a 10-year-old. That's a picture that you send to your man.
She said the worker bought her son clothes, shoes, and even a gold chain. And Grace said when investigators came to her apartment, a Department of Family and Children's Services worker got her 10-year-old to reveal more.
He did say that this incident where she was rubbing his leg happened on the way back from the field trip.
We aren't using the worker's name or face because she is yet to be charged, and that's why Grace is outraged.
Had it been a situation where it was a little girl and a grown man, they would have locked him up on the spot with no questions until he was proven innocent.
I reached out to Youth Life Center, who sent a statement saying upon learning of these allegations, we took immediate action by notifying the appropriate authorities, going on to say we have terminated the employee for violations of standard operating procedures. Grace won't rest until that worker is charged.
So yes, as you all have seen, this lady was sending, now they only show one image, but I'm sure there was more of inappropriate images. You've turned around, you got your, itty bitty. I mean, your pone's out. Okay. Your pone's out. You got everything showing. I mean, like the mother said, this is kind of stuff that you would send to your boo. This stuff that you would send to your man. You know what I mean? This is something that you're going to be sending to a boy, a 10-year-old boy at that. Apparently there was some rubbing on the thigh action that was going on. And when they brought in DCFS, they asked the boy, yo, what went on? What really happened? And that's when he spilled the beans, like, okay, well, she did this happened, da 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 da. So with parents, you can't be everywhere. You know what I mean? It's not like he was running the street. He was literally at a daycare. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to put any blame on the mother, contrary to, her appearance or whatnot. I'm not going to go and put any blame on the mother in regards to this. Now, of course, right from wrong. Hey, you're not supposed to do that. But come on, let's keep it real. Kids make certain decisions even though they know that they're not supposed to do it. All right. But in this case, this seems like a failure on the daycare's part. Now, people have thought like, okay, maybe it could be background. Well, if you never committed a crime, you never committed, let's say any crime, any kind of inappropriate relations that you may have had, whatever. If you never committed one, how can we say, okay, well, you didn't do a background check? No, some people, this may be your first one or the first one you got caught for. Okay. Obviously real reckless. I mean, you got on his phone, her face is on there. What? You're sending all these messages. Oh, put me in there as mommy just so that, what? I love you and all this other stuff with the 10-year-old. I always wonder, like, why can y'all not go and find someone who's 18? I say once you're of age, I don't care what you do. But why can you not find somebody who is 18 years old? Why are you preying on these innocent little children out here? Or even if you ain't innocent, why are you preying on the children? Okay, so that's one of the things, or two of the things that I have an issue with, really. And then the last thing that I want to mention is what the mother said. She said, in this situation, you had a grown woman and a boy. In a lot of these other situations that we see, we have a grown man and a girl. Okay, and they are treated differently. All right, so if it's a grown man and a girl, let's keep it real. They don't be locking them up like that. Okay. But they will lock you up. All right. They may not give you a sentence that you deserve, but they'll just give you whatever the sentence that they give you. All right. But when you see cases like this, it's like probation for the woman. I mean, I guess we give a little bit of community service. If it's really bad, maybe we'll give you like 6 months in jail or something. Meanwhile, if it was a dude, child, it was a dude, we gotta lock him up for like 2 years. Then we gotta have him register as a sex offender, and then we gotta do this, we gotta do this, gotta do that. And it's always that. So that's what the mother was saying. Like, how come when the genders are reversed, one thing is okay, but the other is not? How was that fair? How was that right? So that's one of the things about that. And it's really messed up because for some reason, people think, or I guess society thinks, that just because you got, let's keep it real, just because you got a dick, that apparently you can't get assaulted or taken advantage of, raped or anything. Just because you have that, you can't then suffer the same things that a female, on the other hand, because she has a vagina, for what she would suffer. I don't think that's right. You know what I mean? And granted, let's say he did want it. Oh yeah, you can't consent. You are under the age of consent. So I don't care if you, oh yeah, I'll take it. Ooh, I get some punani. Yes. You're not of age to consent. You cannot consent, i.e., that is called rape. That's what that is. Okay. You cannot consent to it. So that's what that turns out to be. All right. So because you're just not mature enough for that. All right. Legally, you are not 18, so you cannot consent to that kind of stuff. All right. So that's the thing that gets me. It's like when the roles are reversed, it's like it's cool for some, but it's not cool for all. I'm not down for that. If it's not cool for all, then we ain't doing it. All right. You need to have the same rules and the same energy that you have for a man and a girl as you do for a woman and a boy. But let me know what you all think about said story down below.